Okay, good morning, guys. Hope you all had a wonderful night rest. Welcome to Tony Sniper's Daily Outlook. Let's dive into the market ASAP. Okay, let's look at USD So yesterday we were expecting USD to give a form of rejection at this point here because, of course, the equal high here has been cleared, right? The equal high has been cleared. So what we were expecting at this point was for USD to start dumping back to the downside. But unfortunately, that did not happen, right? Or that hasn't happened yet, because it should happen, hopefully, if gold continues to push to the upside. But if gold continues to dump, then we'll see more push on United States dollar. Now, I'll give you guys a reason now why dollar is starting to gain strength all of a sudden. Now, if you remember the war going on in Europe, that is around the Soviet Union region, between Russia and Ukraine, has lasted for over 3, 4, or 5 years plus. Do you understand? And Donald Trump now coming in saying he has a way of resolving this issue, and he has also spoken. You can see here, President of the United States of America just confirmed that he has spoken with the leaders of Russia and Ukraine about ending their blood multi-year conflict. Can you guys see what this article is saying, right? So with that being said, this is also giving individuals, or should I say investors, it's giving investors confidence back that the dollar might be becoming or gaining the power which it had before. Don't forget, United States of America has always been world power, but ever since Biden was ruling the United States of America, they lost that world power status. They were still the world power, of course, globally accepted currency, but at the same time, Russia, South Africa, China, they went to form their own kind of union called BRICS. I'm sure most of you heard about it then. BRICS, BRICS. Okay, now the reason why they did that was because they wanted to spite on the dollar. They were thinking they could, this is it, BRICS, they were thinking they could form a union that could actually take down the dollar, so that when you go to South Africa, you can spend Chinese yuan, Chinese yen, you can spend Russian ruble, you can spend Indian rupee, you can spend any of this currency. Do you understand? But all of a sudden, as they notice that, okay, now someone that is in power is coming back to sit, which is Donald Trump, that BRICS now is starting to look like a joke. Do you understand me? BRICS now is starting to look like a joke. So nobody's really paying attention on them anymore. That is why you see the USD gaining aggressive strength. So from the look of things here, this market broke down below this level, came back to test this level here, shoot back, came back to test this minor demand zone here, had the instant retracement to the upside. There are chances that this market might continue pushing to the upside, because at the end of the day, the market is only showing exhaustion. All I can see here is exhaustion, nothing more. Do you understand? All I can see here is exhaustion, nothing more. So there are chances that this is what we might see. But like I said, I won't be predicting the market. I'll only react to opportunities. So let's see what will happen when the next 1 hour candle forms. If the next 1 hour candle can form above this level here, then we'll buy USD above this level here. If the next 1 hour candle forms above this level here, then let's say it closes above here at this point here, then we're going to buy USD. But for now, let's just be patient and see what would actually happen. Okay, no rush. The market will come to us and we'll make money from the market. Remember, we're supposed to sell this market at this point here. After it broke this level here, what happened? The market consolidated, gave us a rejection, boom, the market spiked to the upside. No confirmation, no entry. Market is not at a supply major or minor zone, no entry. Market is not at a minor or demand zone, no entry. Be patient, the market will come to us. Okay, now that's that for USD. Now moving forward to the US oil. Now the US oil will continue to dump. You understand? The US oil will continue to dump. I told you guys yesterday while I was analyzing the markets. That's why I always say, please make sure you're watching my daily outlook. US oil is going to continue to dump. I told you guys at this point here, this was where oil was yesterday. I told you guys this market will crash to this point here. Remember, earlier this earlier last month or late last month, Donald Trump said what oil price was too expensive. Number two, now if you go on investing.com, you would see let me pay attention to these articles below. I want to show you guys something, then I will explain. Okay, now what can you see? What can you see here? Oil prices slide as Trump talks Ukraine peace deal. Now let me explain it to you guys. I also sent something like that into our Telegram channel, right? Yeah. Okay, this was yesterday when we caught 200 pips on gold. I sent this. Okay, oil falls as potential Ukraine peace deal may ease supply disruption. Now, most of you may not understand what does it mean to ease supply disruption. Now, remember when the Ukraine and Russia war break out, that was around, was it 2021 or so? What did the United States of America did? That time Joe Biden was in power. If it was Donald Trump, it wouldn't have escalated to this point. But Joe Biden was in power, and technically he wasn't really the one controlling the presidency. They say so many people were behind him, telling him what to do. They sanctioned Russia. Now, immediately they sanctioned Russia. Russia is the third largest oil producers in the world. Do you understand? The third largest oil producers in the world. Immediately they sanctioned Russia. Russia had no way to make money from, because almost every single importation and exportation has been sanctioned by the US. Tariffs over 100%. They wanted to cripple their economy. What did President Putin do? He increased the price of oil and gas. So if you're buying from Russia, if other countries are selling for $20, $30, Russia will sell for you at $100. And they are the third largest producer. They always have oil. So what did OPEC do? OPEC called all of them together for a meeting, and they had no choice than to what? Increase the price of oil. Do you understand? They had to increase the price of oil, because one person can't just stand up and increase the price of something. The rest people have to join him. Let me make an example now. Take for example now this housing pandemic that is going on in Abuja and Lagos. Now you will see houses that the compound is like where a chicken will stay. The swimming pool is like a gutter. They will tell you that house is for 70 million. I'm talking about Lagos, not even Abuja, because Lagos have so many crap houses that they sell for ridiculous amount of prices. Do you understand? Now, if real estate agents are selling that kind of house for 70 million, why would a house that have a big space, good parking space, a big swimming pool, sell for less? There's no way they will sell for less. So they will form a union of all the real estate agents in Lagos. They will come together. Okay, all of us now, since you have put your house for 70 million, there's no way me now, I will put my house below 70 million and my house look better than yours. So let's come to a conclusion. This is the benchmark that we will never go below. They can say, okay, 50 million. They will never sell any house below 50 million, no matter how ugly or how small those houses look. All the houses that they'll be selling will be above 60 million. That is exactly what is happening here in oil. Since Putin increased the price of oil, they had no choice, because he needed it to strengthen ruble. And he said, if you want to buy oil, you must buy with ruble. That is Russian ruble. So they had no choice than to do a meeting, then fix a price for oil. OPEC can just come today now and say the price of oil is supposed to be $100. Now from this $70, you just see a massive spike to $100. They will say they are not selling to anybody if you will not buy at that price. That is what union is all about. But where there is no union, which is what is going on in Nigeria, you see different filling stations selling oil at different prices, telling you because this place is far, that place is not far. So many corrupt shit. You understand? So this is what you guys need to understand. That was the reason why we saw a sudden increase in oil. But now that the peace talk is coming over, of course, all the sanctions that was placed on Russia, importation, tariffs and all will be removed. Then Russia will be treated how? As a normal country in the Europe. So there's no way for oil prices to be expensive aggressively. So the prices of oil will dump. Because the reason why the oil prices was expensive was because this was the only way President Putin could use to strengthen the Russian ruble so that they will not go bankrupt. Okay, so that's why we see dump in oil. So I still expect more dump. We'll still see more dump on oil and so on. So moving on to the XY. The market is at this point now. Currently, I should be expecting a retracement from this point anytime soon. So what does that mean for USD CAD? Meaning we might see a push to the upside, because USD CAD will only crash if oil is strong. Because remember, Canadian Canada itself are also large producers of oil. You understand? So if oil prices are weak against the dollar, of course, we'll expect push to the upside. And anytime the oil or Canadian dollar is stronger than the dollar, then we'll be expecting dump. But for now, since oil is looking a bit weaker, there's no way you'll be expecting a dump from here, okay? The market now just needs to continue pushing to the upside. Now, fast forward to NZD, USD, AD, USD, same analysis. We still need to wait to see what will happen to the market. No need to rush. Just be patient. If the market wants to dump, it will start dumping. If the market is still struggling at this point, we'll have no choice than to sell. But I still believe that this market can spike back to this upside before we crash. There's no need to rush, guys, okay? So at the end of the day, this is gold. Gold might continue shooting to the upside, although I doubt it, because the reason why I doubt gold shooting to the upside is because of what is currently happening now on oil, and USD JPY is still looking a bit bullish. There's a correlation between gold and JPY pairs that, if you understand, you've actually cracked 90% of the stress you go through while trading gold. So let's wait for gold to fully coming into the supply zone here. Then hopefully maybe we would see something like this, then something like this, or another scenario, we see something like this. Oh no, this sheet is not working. Let me use my pencil. Or another scenario, we see something like this. Okay, but this is it's actually not possible at the moment now, except gold breaks above here, right? Except gold breaks above here and it closes here with a full candle. That's when we'll be expecting more pump. But if gold continues to struggle at this point, then we might just see something like this. Then we'll sell gold again back to the downside. Then continue to what? Continue to buy USD JPY. So for now, let's just be patient, watch this daily outlook, understand the reason why the oil price is crashing, understand the reason why we should be expecting a buy from USD JPY and a sell from gold, understand the reason why we've not taken any position yet on AUD and NZD USD, and also understand the reason behind USD card sudden side movement. Thank you all for joining my daily outlook, and peace.